Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This amendment would add report language that's really vital to our veterans. You know, veterans want to receive their care, and they want to receive it at VA medical centers and clinics. Veteran service organizations have done polls, surveys, and the advocacy groups have communicated this message. They like having their medical records accessible in one location. They like their specialty clinics, labs, and pharmacies in one location. They like VA providers that are more knowledgeable with what veterans need. They like quicker communication between their primary care and their specialty care providers. And we should be investing money in our Veteran Affairs medical centers and our Veteran Affairs medical clinics. We should be hiring the best doctors, modernizing with the most up-to-date equipment, finding a way to make the VA medical centers and clinics more accessible and more effective for our veterans. Items we know will make a positive difference in veterans' care. Instead, we have an unprecedented funding increase for community care through the VA that is answering a problem that we're not really sure is there, at least at the magnitude that deserves a 67% increase in community care funding, which is outside the VA. This amendment would help us to figure out if there is an actual need for an increase in community care funding of that magnitude and where exactly that increase is being spent. Something that should have been reported by the VA or the GAO before this increase in funding was allocated. Spending on community care should be focused on care that is not offered or accessible at the VA Medical Center, or specific to those veterans who have accessibility concerns, like those in my district living in rural areas where the VA Medical Center is not a feasible option, which is the case in many rural communities across America. A spend plan provided by this amendment in the purport language would also ensure that our committee and the Department of Veterans Affairs have veteran care as their focus and not implementing Project 2025, that agenda for privatizing the VA medical system. A privatized VA medical system goes against what our veterans want, and it goes against what they need. The VFW, American Legion, the DAV, and numerous other veteran service organizations will tell you that. The department should present these plans quarterly, present them for review by our committee as a check and a balance, as was designed in the Constitution. So I urge this committee, both sides of the aisle, to support this amendment and to demonstrate that we're able to put veteran care ahead of partisan politics. We don't want to privatize the VA. Our veterans don't want the VA privatized. Pass this amendment so we can actually know how this community care money will be spent to make sure that it's spent for a VA that will truly take care of the wants, the needs, the desires of our veterans. With that, I urge the adoption of this amendment, and I yield back.
Thank